Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Jordan Schleicher, and I'm from Jackson, Wyoming. I'm an independent biologist.
What do you mean by independent biologist? Got everything? So how do you make a living as an independent biologist?
Well,
here at the airport, just got my first big lead. Slew of Sasquatch sightings in Virginia, so waiting to fly into Richmond now. It's about 5 in the morning. Still waking up, but ready for the adventure.
I've been writing like a lot of reports lately and doing a lot of hard research. And I've been really seeking funding for my work, which is really good. As of right now, I have one sponsor. It's my dad's company.
Jordan is passionate.
It's just really starting to get going, but it's growing.
So tell us a little bit about your research.
So I've been researching the Wyoming Wolverine, which their estimates in the Teton Range, maybe about 4 of them, super elusive. But I actually have this report. I've been trying to get it, published, but climbed up super high. Right there. If you look closely, you can see it. But there's about 4 wolverines in the Teton Range, and just had to go through some serious stuff to find it, and very fortunate. I'm one of the few people that actually got footage of it.
So why Sasquatch?
Well, based on my experience, I feel like I'm really qualified to find them. So there's.
Your battery just went out.
What? I don't fucking know, but it's still recording.
Let's figure that one out.
Well, here, it's still recording, so I'll just get back to you.
Prepare doors for arrival, cross-checking all calls.
Missed my bus, so stuck in Virginia, Richmond, for next 6 hours. So walk into a brewery, kill some time, and then I'll get in at midnight to Roanoke, in which my Sasquatch source is gonna come meet me, and then tomorrow we head out on the trail and he shows me where the last place he saw the beast was. So, wish me luck. So being from Wyoming, I don't really get to experience what the city folk hang out like. And I'm experiencing it now. It's different. Crazy action, socializing. It's really putting me in the mindset to understand, maybe Sasquatch hangs out differently than what we understand. So getting in the mindset for that. I'm feeling ready. Feeling ready. So I met some friends here in Richmond. Sasquatch sightings. So, do you guys mind telling me, your first encounter with Sasquatch?
Well, I thought it was really weird that Sasquatch is actually blurry. It's not the photos that are messed up. The guy is out of focus in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's a guy. I don't know.
Yeah, no gender here. We don't know for sure.
I mean, I didn't get a real good look, but he wasn't moving that quickly. I think all those photos that you see are of him. He's not real quick. He's just blurry in real life, which I thought that was the strangest thing. I mean, what do you think about that?
He's pretty good at cornhole. So we played cornhole. And I was like right next to him. And he kept like kind of trying to reach his blur. I don't know if it was like a hologram or what, but you're right, it was blurry.
Yeah.
He's right next to me.
Sick.
But he's good.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys saw him. I saw him at the Black Panther movie. I went to see Black Panther, and there was Sasquatch in front of me, and I'm like, dude, come on. You're like 7'8".
At least, yeah. That's what I heard.
5'4" on a good day. That's not fair. And he wouldn't move. And he wouldn't like shrunk down in his seat. So
He was
like,
sitting in front of you?
like, stop eating that beef jerky, and you're dead.
Oh, dude. Fucking with Sasquatch beef jerky. Yeah, god damn it.
I like the overall, other than him being blurry, the weirdest thing to me was that French-Canadian accent. Where did that come from? I wasn't expecting that at all. And
It's because it's north.
so that means he has a French-Canadian accent?
Yeah, obviously.
See, I learned something today. Everybody from up north has a French-Canadian
Oh, yeah. Is Sasquatch from Canada or New Orleans? That's a good question.
I mean, I heard he's a hell of a cook. I'd love to get some of that jambalaya from him, but I don't know.
Like a French-Canadian jambalaya?
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't either,
I've never been to French-Canadian.
but me either. Fair enough. Well, appreciate the time on the interview, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting my Sasquatch source here in Mount Royal grocery store. I think that's him over there. Ty? Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jordan. Thanks for the time today. Sweet, nice car. So Ty, if you want to tell me a little bit about your Sasquatch sighting.
Well, the Sasquatch sighting first happened probably about 8-9 years ago. I was driving up this way, going camping, and the first time I saw him, there's just this, figure running across the road. I thought it was kind of like a large dog, maybe like, big bear, something. Not really sure, but I probably saw him again about 3 years ago when I was camping up in these woods, and that's when I actually knew when I saw that first time.
Sasquatch. So Ty is gonna take me to the trailhead here where he last saw the Sasquatch, and apparently there's been some more recent sightings from other locals, so I think it's a really solid starting point for this trip.
Yeah, it's pretty well known around these parts that there was a Squatch. It's taken my neighbor's dogs. It's gone into elementary school a few times, tore a few things up.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's been a pretty serious problem around here, and that's why people have been moving out. I moved out myself.
Wow.
After the second one, yeah, I actually moved to the city where there can't be any woods, so I can't even no chance of seeing him again, because
That's scary.
After seeing the damage he's caused around here, it's too much for anyone to handle.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous now, actually, but I think we should be okay. So we are here at the trailhead. You got everything ready to go?
I'm not going. What do you mean?
What?
What?
Well, aren't you gonna take me? Aren't you gonna take me to?
No, I'm not going down that road again. I've seen down that. Are you going down there?
Yeah, I'm finding Sasquatch.
I'm not. You see, there's only one other car here. There's a reason there's only one other car in this parking lot right now. Nobody goes down that road anymore.
Okay. Shit. Well, thanks for the ride.
You can't be serious going down that way.
Fuck. No, yeah, I am. Okay, well.
Well, I guess I'm not really want to think about going down that way.
Okay.
So.
Well, thanks. Any other advice or just leaving? Okay, fuck. Shit. Okay. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay. first night, I heard I don't know what kind of noise it was. You know, all of Ty's comments about people that go in there and all that stuff. Maybe it's just getting in my head, but I definitely heard kind of like a splice between like a howler monkey and like a gobble, like a, I don't really know how to explain it, but I think I'm just letting Ty get to my head. That plus I literally have not seen a single person definitely out here alone, so it kind of sucks, but it's for science. So I'm gonna settle down, make some dinner, read, call it a night, be back tomorrow. So Ty dropped me off. I was kind of planning on, you know, having someone on this hunt, but that came as a surprise. So here I am, just trailing along alone. So far it doesn't seem like the most ideal Sasquatch environment, but the adventure has only just begun, so give it a few days or so, get a little deeper into the woods. I'll check back in with you soon. Just walking up here and found this. It is something that Squatch make to mark their way, I suppose, but it's very distinct. As you can see here, definitely not made by nature, not made by man. So I'm gonna keep going this way and find some Squatch. He's out there. He might even be watching us right now. A little spooky. Get him. As far as what I'm concerned, like when I'm hiking through Virginia, like I see it, it's just like endless forest, just like it's a sea of green, and like there's no doubt in my mind, you know, like how else is he not out there? Like,
Yeah.
all around the world, everyone's talking about this creature, Sasquatch. Yep. You know, but I mean, granted, different names and all that, but like how he's not out there is like beyond me. And so what I'm out here doing is just actually, well, I'm hiking just to hike the trail, which is awesome, but more specifically to actually talk to the locals and like figure out what's actually going on here, you know, like
Yeah.
I truthfully believe that like Sasquatch is out here. So walking down in the flats right now, and I think the best move will be to get up on the ridgeline up ahead of us here and have a nice vantage point, set up camp, and see if we can do some calls tonight, get a little response. Feeling really good about this habitat. There's a lot of nuts, squirrels, a lot of bugs and larvae I've been noticing. None of the plants have really started budding yet, a little too early in the year, but I think we have a good shot. So go find a nice high vantage point for tonight. Sweet. So, just climbed to the top of this mountain, and I think it's a perfect Sasquatch vantage point to do some calls late tonight down into this valley here, or this one's a little thicker. But yeah, as you can see, we're pretty much higher than everything else around here, so I think this is a good vantage point. Do some calls later. Till then, a little ramen noodles and summer sausage for this lady. Found base camp for the next week or so while I hike around and, you know, make some knocks. There's a good ravine down below us here. Toilet. Another ridge line up there we could hike up to. Another summit, barely see right there. If I can get over there at nighttime one night, knock down and see if we can get some action down here in this valley. Yeah, beautiful though, beautiful. My own little stone cabin. Just be sleeping in here. Yeah. It's beautiful though. Laying here in camp. Had some technical difficulties, so the camera wasn't working when I was on the summit up there making the calls. Get some rest. And we can do some knocks later. There's camp. Virginia, big, wild. Virginia is for lovers. Virginia is home of Sasquatch.
I have seen Sasquatch.
You've seen him.
I have seen him within about 15 foot of me. I was 16 years old. I was leaving a friend's house about twilight. You know, the sun had went down, but it hadn't got dark yet. Me and a friend of mine. I asked him later, like 5 years ago, if he remembered. He doesn't remember it, but I do very clearly. This was like 1981, 82.
Yeah.
I was 16 years old. I was leaving a friend's house at twilight. It was about a half a mile from this location, and we were walking down a straight road, down a hill, and it used to be a field on the right side, but pine trees had grown up, and they were like 9-10 feet tall. You know, they were saplings, but there was a 3-strand barbed wire fence, 4 foot tall, and as we were walking down there talking back and forth to each other, I noticed something walk out in between 2 trees, and if I could stand up and give you, and the 4 foot barbed wire fence, he put his hands, his elbows straight down onto it, 4 foot tall, and he leaned over and watched us walk down the road.
What
Yes.
the?
I was looking at him
Like
out.
massively over it.
Yeah, his hands were like this. His elbows are straight, 4 foot off of the ground. And he leaned over and watched us. He leaned over,
Yeah.
you know, between the
Yeah.
trees and watched us walk down. Well, we kept
Oh.
talking and everything, and we had like a quarter mile to go. You know, before the curve in the road. And we got around the curve, curve, and I asked him at the time, I said, did you see something back there? He said, I saw something, but I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, it could have been an 8-foot tall man in a ghillie suit. You know,
That would have been ridiculous,
of course,
though.
I know, but in the early 80s, the military may have had them, but
No way.
you know, there were not many civilians. You know, he could have been like 7 foot tall or something.
Right.
I don't know, but he was bulky. You know, he was. I didn't want to mess with him.
He watched you walk by.
And he watched me. His gaze was like this until he was out of my peripheral vision. I never did turn my head towards him. I didn't want to draw attention to myself that I was aware of him.
Yeah.
Because I was that intimidated by him.
Seems like a very squatchy morning out. Very squatchy. I'm gonna find this beast. I know he's out here somewhere. I am following this creek bed because if there's water, there's a Sasquatch. Here, check it out. Look, there you go. Little deer tracks. Going this way, following the stream. If there's deer, there's a Sasquatch, like for sure. Okay, this is huge. Walking down the trail, you can see yada yada yada, Squatch track. It's crazy. So check this out. You can see that he's going uphill this way. The toes right here, a little more indented where the sole of the foot is. Here's my hand for scale. So that's a pretty big track. Not the biggest I've seen, but just so you know, this trail here is probably about 4 feet wide, and there's only one track, so if we do this, I can barely even stretch my furthest to make it there. 2. So it's 2 full strides for me to get across this. It rained last night, so this is fresh this morning, probably within the past couple hours. I mean, he might even be watching us right now. It's really fresh. We're onto something. Might even be up there. Master at camouflage though, so I could probably be staring right at him, wouldn't even know. Oh, this is exciting. We get a couple pictures of this and trying to keep making our way up the ridge here. See what we can find. My allergies are really bad today. My eyeballs hurt. My nose won't stop running. I often ask myself if Sasquatch gets allergies. I like to think we have a lot in common, me and Sasquatch. So, get some knocks in tonight, see what we come up with. Yeah, a lot of people ask me how I learned all my tracking skills for finding Bigfoot. And, you know, I did some training with some professional Squatch hunters. But in all honesty, like, most of it's just instinct. You know, I just read the woods really well, naturally, and you just have a feeling. It's hard to explain, you know, you'll get it though. You're just like, wow, there's a Squatch around here, like I know it. So you just gotta go with your first instinct, really. And that's just the bottom line. Plus you look for nice vegetation, good foraging food for the Squatch, insects, squirrels, nice water source, good deep valleys and nice ridge lines for, you know, being able to see everything. Good hiding places. You know, obviously the thicker the woods, the better. Squatch likes to go under the radar. Basically a lot like where I am now, you know, like I really am feeling it. You know, check it out. It's perfect. There's a little stream down there. Nice ridge line. Some good foraging. Squirrels and birds and insects. And instinct. That's how you find Sasquatch. I really enjoyed being out here, you know. Started cold, but, you know, really just watching spring happen before my eyes, walking right into the season. It's pretty beautiful, really special. You know, it makes sense why Squatch would choose a place like this to live, you know. Pretty cool. Out here, day 47. I've been doing a lot of knocks. I mean a lot. It's pretty much all I do. I'm really putting myself out there, you know, calling this creature, begging it to come show itself to me. So, you know, knocks. More knocks. Yeah. I'm kind of losing it. I haven't seen a person in over a month. Basically down to just oatmeal and whatever I can forage for at this point. But, I mean, Sasquatch survives out here, so, you know, I can too. I got this. Keep doing some calls. A lot of people don't know this about Sasquatch, but, you know, he lives off the land similar to how primitive people and Native Americans in the United States did. So I've been putting myself in this mindset, you know, like, where would I instinctively be? What would I eat? Where would I go? You know, patterns. Do I have patterns? Am I continuously roaming? And I think Sasquatch has his territory. I think he has his territory where he's comfortable. And I think we're here. If I were Sasquatch, I would be right where we are right now. So this is good. We got a beautiful stream here. Plenty of waterfall. We're kind of set inside a valley, so everything funnels down into here wildlife-wise for hunting purposes. That's smart. I figure Sasquatch lives maybe up here, and then maybe a little higher up, and just comes down Always good to have a vantage point for scouting. Yeah, I think we're here. So I'm gonna set up a couple bait items that I know that Sasquatch likes. I'm gonna, urinate as much around the area as I can, not only for my safety, but also, well, shit, maybe that would lure him in. Guess we'll find out. That's the plan. But I feel good about this spot. I think I'll post up here for a little while. And, yeah, get some calls going later tonight, some knocks. It's also the time of year where Sasquatch has a lot of offspring, and so I know that the males are out looking around, and the females are very protective of their kin. Yeah. There's also been some sightings, now that I'm thinking about it, around here. Locally. We're way back in the backwoods of Virginia here, but within the 20-mile circumference of which we're kind of at the epicenter of, there's been at least 20 sightings within the past couple years. So this is the hot spot. This is where we're gonna get them, no doubt. Hey, so I've been hiking for about, 15 miles now, at least. And, I like really, really feel like I'm being followed. It's like, it's uncomfortable. I'm almost in tears thinking about it. Something is following me. I'll hear something, but I feel it. Yeah. I'm being stalked right now. I just gotta keep moving, I guess. Yeah. It's getting real. A lot of people think I'm crazy for doing this, but I believe in Sasquatch, and so do thousands of other people. There's sightings everywhere. I mean, how else can you explain why there's statues of them and beers and hats and all this swag? Like, if this many people are talking about him, there's no way he's not real. So I want to prove it. I'm going to prove all these people wrong that are calling us believers crazy. Because we're not. I'm a scientist. So that's what I'm doing out here. Science. I'm doing science. So, yeah. Prove all you wrong. Prove all you wrong. You just wait and see. I'm gonna find Sasquatch. So I really started getting fascinated with Sasquatch from an early age. I heard all the tales and everything, and I was drawn in. This magical genius survivalist, closest to our ancestry known, and the fact that there's Squatch or Yeti or whatever all around the entire world. I mean, I really think that if we can just see one, gather some samples, we're finding that little genetic gap between primate and man. It's fascinating to me, really. You know, I remember the first time I went out squatching. It was in Oregon. Met a couple scientists through an online blog, and we all went out together, and you know, they taught me a lot. We made some calls, we got some responses, we did some knocks, we heard knocks. Like from that moment, all of these ideas and dreams and stuff that I had, like, they became real. And you know, it's just, it really brings joy to my, you know, to what I'm doing and to my everyday. So yeah, you know, thanks for joining me on this adventure. I'm up here on this hill where I think Sasquatch is kind of living. It's a little later in the day. It's almost dinner time. So I'm gonna do some calls, see if we get anything. Woo! Woo! Did you hear that? I thought I was getting some response last night. Just like right down into the valley. No, it's not my echo. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that was clear. Hopefully the camera picked up on that. Sometimes these cameras don't have really the best ability to pick up the volume, but whoo! We got him. Right down there. It's amazing. Oh, we're so close. Squatch food. There's a dead mouse. There's definitely a squatch around. Sometimes I just wish people would take this seriously. So, I'm laying here in my tent, obviously. And all night there was like pebbles being thrown at my tent. I thought maybe at first it was acorns or whatever, but there's not a tree bunny, so something, and they were coming like at all sides of my tent. Yeah, so that was a little uncomfortable, and I already feel like I'm being followed for a while now. So I think this game's kind of turning, and I honestly feel like I'm the one being hunted right now. Maybe just being teased. Yeah, so still laying here all night. Yeah, my tent got hit by. Did you hear that? Another rock. throwing rocks at my tent right now. I didn't get much sleep last night. Those pebbles kept hitting my tent. It's kind of scary. But they eventually stopped and got a few hours of sleep. And God, it seems like the sun's out. It'll be a nice day. I'm kind of curious to see what all happened here. It's a really nice day out. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh my god. Did you see that? Okay. All those pebbles that were being thrown at my tent just got stacked neatly right here. Okay. So, there's no people around. I'm the only one out here, so I guess Sasquatch is toying with me now. This isn't a fun science experiment anymore. I gotta start packing. I gotta get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not gonna die by a Sasquatch. Ran about 5 miles. I don't think we've lost him, but I just gotta find some sort of civilization as soon as possible.
And then, you know, I went home and I told my family. They kind of laughed at me and everything. And then my father, he passed away in 1994. Well, he had cancer 5 years before, and then he died of pneumonia 5 years later. My
I'm sorry
sister,
about that, by the way. Sorry.
My sister called me about 11:30 one night and said, Daddy just saw Bigfoot. Just saw your Bigfoot. And I said, what? And she said, yes. He saw him. He went out the basement door. We had a walkout basement. I was already married. And I guess this was 88 or so. And he walked out the basement door because it was easier for him to go outside to use the bathroom than it was to climb up the steps and use the toilet. And, you know, backyard, nobody could see him. You know, it's country. And he went out there and he was just, you know, looking around as he was peeing, and we have a wet weather spring in our backyard. Well, it was dry, but he looked over across the ditch, and there on the other side of the ditch, they saw each other at the same time. Well, they saw each other and they paused, and then he took off running back in the house. Excuse me.
It's okay. It's okay.
And the Bigfoot took off down towards the ditch, you know, down towards, well, the ditch eventually comes out here and goes across the river. I'll explain that in a minute. But anyway, they saw each other, and Daddy came up the stairs, and he got up to the top of the stairs, and he still had his thing in his hand, and he done peed all the way up the stairs. He left the string all the way up the stairs.
Just gotta get a hitchhike. Well, you got all the time in the world. Ouch. I just poked myself in the eye. This looks like a good spot. I'm going south.
Okay.
And I've been going for about 3.5 weeks now. And I started last spring. I went Georgia north into Virginia. And so this year I was like, well, you know, I'm going to go south. And, you know, eventually I'll finish the whole Appalachian Trail. But
yeah,
I have been fascinated with Sasquatch like my entire life, growing up on the West Coast and all that. In like Oregon, Northern California, Washington, and then God knows even up into Canada. I'm not really certain, but there's sightings all over the place out there. And based on what I've heard, like the most sightings as far as Sasquatch have been like Virginia, and then like oddly like Minnesota, Michigan. Which makes sense because it's just like least populated, dense, and then like this area there's like a lot of big cities, but like I don't know, like it's just weird the way the forest kind of moves up through the rest of the country and all that.
Fascinating fact about Virginia, it is number 4 in the nation for the amount of public road miles.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Really.
Huh.
I got that from the Atlas and Gazetteer.
Okay.
You know, and because I got one in Virginia, and you know, it's got those little facts.
Yeah.
They said that they were number 4 in the amount of public miles.
No way.
And I said, really? You know, because, you know, I was 15,
Yeah.
grew up here in Botetourt County, and I've been on all the back roads.
Yeah.
There's a lot. You know, you don't have to travel on the same one about once a month if you're just riding around drinking beer.
Right. I'm drunk, I'll take this road.
Let's see where this one ends up.
Good times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Honestly,
glad.
here, let me switch you. Left-handed, yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. You're very
Honestly,
welcome.
thank you so much for your time. You actually have no idea, because I am honestly hiking the trail right now through Virginia. Definitely A for myself, but also B just because just trying to find like truth for Sasquatch and all that.
Yeah.
And like I've talked to a lot of people out west, and truth be told, my parents currently today, because today's Saturday, right? Today's Friday.
No, this is Friday.
Tomorrow.
This is Star Wars Day.
Oh, weird. Tomorrow. Oh, may the 4th
May
be
the
with
4th be with you.
I got it. Oh, that took me a minute. My bad. But in truth be told, my parents actually tomorrow are going to a Sasquatch conference in Denver.
Awesome.
Tomorrow. So it's no joke on my behalf. I actually do mean it. I am trying to document like actual local stories being from the West, you know, just because I'm coming out here and everyone's like, no, there's too many people. It's just like this in our mind from the West, it's the East Coast. It's just cities, there's roads, there's people, it's bullshit, really. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, there's no one out here. There's no one out here.
2,000
No,
people
but
in the town limits.
even just being on the Appalachian Trail, it's just like I look out, it's just a sea of green. There's no one, you know,
Yeah.
like it's just endless woods. And so
Yeah.
there's no doubt in my mind that yes, you can still be out there for sure. Are there many? No. In my mind, no. But is it possible? Absolutely yes. No doubt.
Yeah,
You know?
mine too.
Absolutely. I'm sorry.
That's
But
okay.
you know,
my hopes are to get some interviews, you know, hopefully run into some locals if I make it out of the woods at any point in time. I know that there's so many locals out here that have sightings and real stories. It's just tough, you know, sometimes I'll be in a town talking to people and they think I'm just joking. They don't think that this is serious, or, you know, that I'm out here busting my ass, working as hard as I am to do my science and to prove that Bigfoot's out there. So, you know, it's just a matter of finding the right person in the right place and time, and you know, getting everyone to open up. But yeah, it's my goal to find someone. Yeah.
So, when you're looking for Sasquatch, he has a notably pungent smell. I'm getting that a lot in the air around here. It's kind of smells like cow manure, like a little barnyard spliced with a dumpster. So it is at the same time intriguing and disgusting. You know, you just I mean, it's strong around here.
This Smoky Mountain visitor center
Yeah.
in between Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
And they have, I picked up a book down there, and they had pictures of trees. Well, they've got one tree that was a yellow poplar tree, which was the king of the forest. At one time, they've got one that is a crosscut section that is 5 foot tall. But I bought a book down there that shows that there was one tree on this train. It was 8 cars. And it all had, they were like 10 foot long. Each car was. And they each had a section of the tree on it. And the tree was like 10 foot in diameter.
Really exciting stuff. Check this out. We have Sasquatch fur right here. Yeah. Take her in for a sample there. I'm getting really excited because I'm just finding more and more evidence, proof. And I'm really looking forward to getting out of the woods and compiling it all and sending her all in. This is going to be a breakthrough. I mean, not only for me and my career in biology out in Jackson, but for all of us squatchers out there. I mean, this is going to be huge.
I don't know, one time back down in Florida, me and my brother were hunting, and we seen this big old black thing. We thought it might have been a Sasquatch or something. I don't know. But it was fast and it disappeared. But it was big, but we never did find it. And it's stinky, so it might have been a Sasquatch. But that was a long time ago. But he might be still out there in the woods. It was scary too. That's all I know about Sasquatch though. What you know about Sasquatch?
So, in the Smokies, I was doing my first night hike. It was about 20 miles, my most miles at that point in time. And as I'm walking, the sun starts to set. And I was looking for the shelter, and as I was walking, I saw this form in the trees, and I just assumed it was a hiker. I get to the shelter, there's no hikers there. There's no gear, there's nothing. So I lay out my sleeping bag, thinking, that must have just been my imagination. And I start hearing footsteps walking around the shelter. At this point, I'm kind of getting scared. It's my first time being out on my own, and I get out my bag of Doritos because I'm hungry, and I look out and I see this form again, and I think, oh shit, there's a hiker. I get out of my sleeping bag. I walk up to the fence that I saw this figure at, and the fence is like up to here. The figure had been above the fence. It was at least 8 feet. It had to have been, maybe more, maybe 12 feet. And I look out into the trees, and it's just standing there, staring at me.
So every time I've tried to do a knock with the stick breaks in half. So we're gonna do a little science today. I'm gonna use a rock to make my calls, but I think it'll work even better. The sound waves will carry a little bit further, louder, crisper. So we're gonna try doing a Squatch call with the rock today.
Okay, so my experiment with the rock didn't work because I also broke that in half. So I'm gonna try it with a log. And let's just try it with a log. It worked. We got a squatch call. I had to ditch my pack. The squatch has been keeping up with me really closely. In order to survive, I just built this lean-to. I'm just gonna be hunkering down here until I can figure out my next move, figure out how to lose this creature. He is right behind me. But here is my new home. Just one way in, one way out. Keep it safe, you know. Just holding to. I mean, I'm scared. So I ditched my pack to gain a lot of speed. I think I was able to gain at least 15-20 miles on the Squatch, but I know that he'll be coming for me soon, so I really need to find somewhere safe to hunker down and regain my bearings and figure out what to do next. Alright, I'm here in my lean-to.
My father, the night before that, had put in a going bad head of lettuce in the trash can, laid on top, and then it was gone. So he didn't know whether a raccoon had got it or possum,
Right, yeah,
whatever.
anything really, yeah.
But then he started putting two and two together. He said maybe the Bigfoot went and got the head of lettuce and he was looking for something else maybe.